By. And Samuel, you know, this had really been on the rumor mill for a while. Dorsey, the news comes, he's at the helm, and already he's taking action.
That's right. I just got off the investor call, and he's talking about making Twitter easier to use. He said this over and over again in the conference call, talking about ease of use, how it just has to be better for people to actually understand it. At one point, he even said, we have to make Twitter easier because currently the product makes people do a lot of work to understand the value. And you look at the numbers, Maggie, only 316 million people use Twitter compared to 1.5 billion for Facebook. So at the core of the product, they do have to make it easier so that more people will come in, and then they can monetize the product once they have more users. Keep in mind, Mark Zuckerberg often says we don't worry about monetization until after 1 billion users. So they just have to get more people using the product.
Yeah, although some would say it's not fair to think that Twitter is going to be Facebook. They're different products, they have different uses, but they do agree that they have to have more traction. One of the things that was widely talked about, you needed to get a founder back in to kind of bring that kind of leadership, but already he's making an appointment of CEO and talk that maybe board members are going to go. This is going to be a big change.
It's going to be a big day, a busy day. Already in his first tweet, he came right out and said, we are making changes on the board. And then they announced the COO, the new COO of the company, Adam Bain. He's an interesting character. He's had a long history. You see the first tweet there from Jack when he was announcing that they had some news to share about him, as well as about this CEO. Adam Bain has a long history in digital media, but more our side of media, Maggie. He comes from news. He had been at Fox News Interactive for a very long time. He started out at foxsports.com at that company, and he was already talking on the phone call as well, and you could see them working in tandem, at least on the phone call. And the new CEO said that Jack, in just the 3 months that he's been there, he's seen a lot more cohesiveness in the senior staff, and that goals are much clearer. So it really looks like these two are already working together to try and make some of the fundamental changes needed at the company, and that includes changes to the product. We've already seen in this interim period with Jack as CEO some leaks that Twitter is actually going to move off from 140 characters, that limit, to allow people to tweet longer messages. And that would be a fundamental change in the system that Jack Dorsey had originally campaigned against. He had said multiple times, we're not going to get away from the 140 characters. Looks like he's already ready to make that change.
That's right, and a lot of people think that that sort of evolution is why maybe he is the right person to come back in at this point. All right, a lot